Hi everybody, this is Abdul. Today I'll talk about one of the most popular policy in the world, which is the policy of school uniform. I'll talk about our school uniform policy, about um, the history of the school policy, about the advantage, disadvantage, and the impact of this policy. Let me start with our school policy. Our school policy states that the American University School of the Middle East, this is the name of my school, has its own uniform with ASME logo. You're going to see this in the next picture. All students must commit to this uniform and appear in clean and neat look every day. We have other part of this policy about the PE uniform, about trips and activity dress, about hijab policy because as you know, we are in a Muslim country, and other stuff. But this is the main body, the main part of the school policy. Now, as you see here, this is the logo of our school, and this is a couple. There are in this picture, you're going to see a couple of students wearing a T-shirt that has a logo on the upper left corner um, of the T-shirt. Now, let's talk about the history of school policy. According to some resources, the first recorded use of the school uniform was in England, like 800 years ago, in 1222. But at the beginning of the 16th century, the school uniform policy started to be more familiar. And we have a good example about this, which is the School for Christ Hospital School. They have their own unique uniform, and you're going to see this in the next slide. In the US, the uniform started in the early 19s for private school only. Here you're going to see the Christ Hospital School uniform. They wear the dark blue clock and yellow socks. Okay. Now, why is school uniform? At the beginning, the reason of this was to create a prestigious status to make their student unique. Like, if you saw this picture, you're gonna know they are the student of Christ Hospital School. Now, why school uniform in our days now? There is advantage and disadvantage of school uniform policy. The advantage, or the main advantage, is the uniform brings equality between students, despite the social status, whether they are poor or rich. All of them, they wear the same costume. But in some people opinions, some says school uniform restricts student freedom of expression. Actually, this point exactly went to the Supreme Court, and the Supreme Court in America agreed upon this, and they support this. This is why only 15% of the school in public school in America, they have uniform only. The main benefit of school policy is that school uniform may deter crime and increase student safety, and we have a good study about this in Long Beach, California. Like they start implementing the school uniform policy 2 years before this study that I am going to show you, and they got this result in their study. The reports of assault and battery in the district school decreased by 34%. The assault with a deadly weapon dropped by 50%. Fighting incidents went down by 51%. Sex offenses were cut by 74%. Robbery dropped by 65%. Possession of drugs went down by 69%. This is why I support school uniform policy, because of this advantage that I mentioned to you. I hope you enjoyed my video, and thank you for watching. Goodbye.